I would just say build a better deck.
Hello, boobies.
Urza's for life. Get the fuck out.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
One,
Kid can't even read.
two.
Ooh, welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander
You had to
Smiths.
check that button. I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
Hey, I have my voice mostly back this week. This is
And it's great to hear you.
It's been a little bit, dude. So I had my spring break, and I basically took that entire time to recover from being sick. Like this has been
Needed
freaking
it.
Chris got in there.
Get the fuck
Oh, and number 2 is on there. He just wrote butts. It's cheeks right there. This is for Tad. I did it in the intro, but Urza's for life.
Get the fuck out.
He got back to work. He texts you. He texts me. He texts us the Urza's for life. He wasn't going to be awake. So I'm sad that Chris was the first one to jump on. And then number 2 with Butts, Team Forest Walk. I mean, that kind of is fitting right there.
The Butts is on tree side.
Is on the Butts are on the tree side.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there's an Urza's for life. There we go. Get
No.
the fuck.
No.
Yeah, there we go. Zach Wiley. And oh, by the way, hey, he reminded me because his name is on our new patron. So, Zach Wiley, you get this, buddy.
Welcome to a meat forest.
That sounds like a fairy tale of a meat forest.
Thank you for becoming a patron. That is awesome, and I'm glad that you're on the first Urza's for life for you there, bud. This is episode number 418, and Lowry, we have a long one here, don't we? This one
is a long one. There are new Precon lists out. There is 5 of them for Strixhaven, Secrets of Strixhaven. And I have been hearing that for pre-release weekend, it's going to be short printed. Like there's a trouble getting stuff out, but I think my understanding is it should be to normal at release date, so a week later.
Okay.
But yeah, there's 5 of them that are around the houses: a red, white, green, blue. Nope. Yeah, green, blue, green, black, or black, white.
Black, white. What do you have? Green, black. I have
red,
green,
blue.
black.
I'm just saying numbers of the colors at this point. I don't know where I'm at. But the
not even magic
enemy
colors anymore. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
So yeah, we're gonna break down all of them.
5
tonight.
decks. We have them on our Mox field under the budget list. If you want to go check them out, they are probably in the notes whenever this is, post script and worked on. It's in the notes.
There you go.
I think.
Or you just go to our. Yeah, I guess I don't think I ever. Now that you're saying
yeah,
that,
okay, so it's not.
No,
It's not there because I don't put it there.
I do it when we do our deck techs, and I put the deck list there. But I should probably make a note of. It's a good idea, Lowry.
I mean,
Look
it
at
makes
you.
sense that there's only
Yeah,
30 people checking on it. Then.
Yeah. Well, I just figure people are following us on Moxfield and all that. But you make a good point. All right,
Look,
so Moxfield
so that generally it takes some time. So I am drinking tonight. First one I'm starting with is modest. Breakfast stout.
You're
It's
lucky.
very good. Prefix. I've had it in the past. I also have some milk stouts and a Corona to finish it off if we go that deep.
I am finishing
Short printed your mom. That
number
means
two is
literally
number
nothing.
two is getting a little feisty.
Yeah, that's not even. That's
I don't get it.
like, did you make her angry? Because I'm okay
doing
with that.
the
She can be
silver bullet
annoying.
of
I get it.
Coors Light because this is what's left of what I have left from Smith.
The mountain is
So
blue.
yeah, so you have tainted me with this podcast with
I've never tainted you.
Yes, you have.
That's just teabagging, right?
Don't worry. We're cousins. But now I only like dark beer. So like this, it tastes skunky to me because I'm sorry for those that like Coors Light. It's just I prefer the dark beer, and this is just like it's not skunky. It just doesn't taste good.
I mean, it's probably old at this point too. Like you
Well,
don't
that
you
was
don't
like
let
2 months old. What, a month and a half?
yeah you don't let Coors age in your fridge. Like that's not how that
The
works.
hard part is I have it in the fridge, and there's a fucking full case over here because we had so much.
yeah, I've been kind of working on mine from SmithCon still too. And,
just like Justy Numb. I think that's how you would say that. He said, "Smoke them if you got them," and I mean that's what I'm trying to do. So.
Yeah,
I wanted to go out and buy some
deal.
more like dark beer, but I was like, I gotta finish these I won't get drunk off of this. I could have like, what is the percent alcohol on these anyways? Not that I need to get drunk, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if I'll get a buzz.
I understand. I have to be drunk to talk to me too.
It's 4.2% alcohol. That's like basically
that's enough.
That's about what water has in it, right?
No, that's not true.
Are you sure?
I mean, if you're like old timey Europe because their water was poison and they had to drink beer, then yes, that's about right.
All right. So, okay. So you did also say, what did you say we were going to do the upgrades too?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't explain what we were doing.
Yeah.
We just upgrades. We got our budget upgrades. We have our unlimited upgrades.
What
we
is
are
it?
going to talk about the reprints.
Mr.
In there. We're gonna
Worldwide?
talk about the value, the new cards.
I forgot to do the Mr. Worldwide button for you, Lowry.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Unlimited.
No, it's Mr.
Mr. Unlimited.
What did I write?
You wrote. Oh wait, hang on. You did
I got
write
Mr. Unlimited. I think I did Worldwide again.
You wrote like a mix of things. I was confused. Mr. Unlimited money upgrades. Well, I guess that works.
Yeah.
This is what you wrote. But I wish you had written Mr. Worldwide because that's my favorite.
I like that. I like that.
Wait, what is
Coors ABV is like sex in a canoe, fucking close to water. That's
I like that.
That's a good one.
That's good.
I
Wiley.
like that the application of that joke.
Yeah, I might have to write that one down. But I don't drink Coors except for right now. Well, it's gonna be a while because
Yeah, but
there's a lot of
canoe.
them.
That's all right.
Very good.
When you're doing that,
that's
you go, "This is a lot like Coors in water."
Because you know how much
Just reverse the
that
joke and
happens.
you're good.
All
And
right.
your wife
yeah.
is gonna be like, "What?
What are you talking
Stop
about?
talking."
Keep doing. Stop talking.
Blood isn't everywhere that it needs to be for a conversation.
Blood isn't what?
When you're having sex, you don't like talking right because
Is that a period joke?
No, it's a boner joke because there's blood in your boner. That's how boners work. It's not a bone.
It's not a muscle. I thought it was a
not
muscle.
a muscle either.
If
There's
it
a
was a
sponge
muscle, mine would be
engorged with
huge
blood
because it gets.
that makes it semi-hard, or as hard as whatever people think.
Are you guys
it
glad you
is.
tuned in for this this sex talk? I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's we could do a late night radio show called Fucking in Canoes
or Coors Light.
with Coors Light.
I still have the stupid cough, so we're still gonna deal with that.
That'll be a forever thing.
Yeah, number 2. This is high quality Magic card talk right now.
Is it?
For sure.
I hope you. Yeah.
Okay, well, really
you haven't
quick.
been on in a long time. Number 2.
It has been a little bit because
welcome.
vacay. And speaking of, so next week we have. Do we think next week's gonna be the set preview? Is that what we're doing next week?
Likely.
So then our 420 episode is just going to be
Whatever we want.
whatever
it
we
to
want. Okay, cool.
be. Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to make mention we do have we're not going to do a breakdown of the secret layer, but I am going to mention it really quick. So let's
Fair
just
enough.
jump
Fair
over there really quick. And this is from whoa, that zoomed in really big. Dak and Blackblade from the Discord posted this, and we all got the email. So if you are part of the secret layer mailing, whatever, they sent this out to everybody. So we do have another festival in a box that's coming. The cards are decent or okay, I guess. From when we did it before, the last time they did this festival in the box was last August. And the mystery booster box 2 was down to like, what did I say? I think it was down to like 238. Yeah, 238. It's risen back up to 300. So, because I think it's been a while, and this is the only way you can get the mystery boosters is from the secret layer
Been a
stuff.
while.
There you go. I like how you leaned back in to say that part, and then you're just scrolling on your phone while I'm going.
That's the only thing I've heard you say.
So they have retro border of the consecrated sphinx. I think that's our big guy in that one. Then we have beseech the mirror is the other big guy, and that's full art there. We got old school, or it's the counter spell from, I believe it was Ice Age is that one. That's the retro border one. And then they always do like the little test card in there, and then some other stuff. Yeah, it's 300. Here, I'll actually show it. Here is Mystery Booster right now on TCG. So it's 301 plus shipping. So it's actually like 315 if you add that in there for the cheapest value. And you can see this is the last year. So we had a dip down back in August. You can see that right there. So it dropped
That
down.
was the last time that
Yep.
it kind of came out.
And then we dropped a little bit once it got into hands. You can see that. Get that out of there. That drop right there. And then it's just slowly, gradually gone up to above 300. So if we go by what they did in the past, this is probably going to be $200, and you get all these cards and the mystery booster too. So these are generally worth it. I would have thought that this was down lower, but this is one of the higher. Besides when it first got released, this is the highest it's been since that. So I think this is the third festival in a box that we've gotten with the mystery booster 2. So yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what the price is going to be. I would say it's kind of, I guess for those listening, we have Light Up the Stage in full art. Lightning Greaves again, another Lightning Greaves, which I can't even tell what the art is on that one right now. And then Dark Petition, and then Talisman of Indulgence, and then I mentioned the other ones on there as well. So if this is, it's going to sell out quick because it's,
if it's 200, it's a really good buy.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you this, from when I did it, I didn't want to open packs. I bought it, and I sold the mystery boosters, and that paid for everything for me. So, all good for me. Where's the button?
Oh, good for you.
But, I mean, that's kind of, if you want the mystery booster box, cool. That's a good way to get it. You're getting $100 off, and you're getting all these bonus cards. If you don't want the mystery booster box, you have a lot of the cards, or it doesn't tickle your fancy, sell the box, and you get everything else for free. So these are a good buy if you want the other retro or the borderless stuff. I can't tell by the pictures. It looks like the borderless on the top row there is going to be in foil because of the shine they have on that, and then it seems like the retro border will be non-foil from what it looks like, because they normally do that little shine as you can see on the top there. So that's that. Okay, so that's all we were going to do with the mystery booster stuff or the festival in the box. This one is Festival in the Box at Las Vegas. It says it right on the box.
Vegas, yeah.
So, okay, let's move on to the beer and pizza of this episode. So we are going to go over. Lowry overachieved, and he did 3 of the decks, and I did 2 of the decks. So we are going to break all these bad boys down. We will first start with the reprints that are in it that are notable, and kind of give you a value of that, and then kind of show you some of the new cards that we thought were good. We're not going to talk about all the new cards.
Nope.
There's some cool lands that I hope. Are they in your deck too? I'm just curious. Were they in your decks?
Yeah, the Turbulent Lands.
Yeah, the 8.
I made sure to put it there, but like we'll just have a basic conversation about them, I think, and then we.
Yeah.
All right.
So those are in
Um,
there, and then we will go back through the same deck and give you the budget upgrades, and then the Mr. Unlimited or Mr. Worldwide upgrades. So, Lowry, take it.
While I was
Oh.
ignoring Adam, I was actually looking up the prices, and everything that I'm seeing on all of the precons that we're going to talk about tonight is in between $45 and $55. And then if you buy the whole package of 5, it's looking to be about $250 as a whole. If you're interested in that, so
Good job.
roughly $50 per.
Do you want to do the tags again? Like you did the tags last time, and then
Did we not do the tags already?
we didn't. You were on your phone. You were just scrolling. You didn't even know. You thought that was the tags, and that was just the secret layer part.
All right. This is the Commander Smith's podcast. We
Sorry, I don't mean
talk
to laugh.
about.
You got a sub last time when we did that, and then we got a patron since the last one, Mr. Zach Wiley.
That's true. That's true. I'm batting 100.
There you go.
For getting patrons.
If
All
you
right.
want Lowry to continue doing this, we need you to become a patron, and at least one, and then somebody sub while Lowry's doing this. That's gonna be tough to do because I think everybody that's there is subs. So
Right. No, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that are listening and not associated and would like to make me mad and do stuff. So yeah, sub and then somebody become a patron, and I'll do it again next week. But Commander Smith's podcast that comes out every week. We do this pretty much every week. We actually skipped twice in March. That was great.
spring break.
And we've been doing this for 8 years. We have a Patreon that you can go and sign up for. $1 gets you into the Discord. $5 or more gets you proxies. Adam has over 700 million versions of different things if
That's
you
a
so
lot.
want. Yeah, you've been doing it. We've been doing this for 8 years. And we do videos on deck building and different kinds of cards, and I've been slacking a whole ton. But,
I got to. Speaking of that, I got to do because I did not do my Leonardo deck before I left because I had 0 voice up until like 3 days ago. So I will be doing that this week. My the tokens and everything. So it's all ready to go. I'm actually getting ready to start building the decks from Strixhaven. So look for that for this week. But yeah, we do like you said.
Did you see what Hockey did? Did you do the drawing that for we were doing a $5,000 giveaway
I didn't
or
know about that
5,000
one.
subs? Because we have 5,000 subs now.
I think we're giving away some of Ibukaki's cards that I'm selling for him.
Is that
Right, Ibukaki, that's what you agreed to, right? It's I sell those cards. We'll just do. I'll
That's a
pick.
giveaway?
I'll pick about $5,000 worth, and then we'll give those away. I think.
Call it even.
Yeah.
Appreciate your donations, Hockey, throughout the years and all the support that you've given us. That's a great giveaway.
You're so kind. You're.
It's not happening, by the way, for anybody
Yeah.
excited. It's not happening. Okay. Did I do everything?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, we do have a merch store with the mugs and all that stuff, and dollar gets you the Discord and the proxies. You mentioned that. If you want to get a hold of us, you can also email us at commandersmiths@gmail.com. But everything is listed below, so if you didn't catch all that, you can check that out. What did he say? Do whatever you want. I know where you live. You do. Yes.
Yeah. That's not a threat, though. That's like, cool, we can hang out.
Yeah. So I give away your stuff, and then you come hang out with me. I
And come
like
and visit.
this.
That's great. This is a win-win.
All right, Lowry, why don't you get us started with the first precon that you worked on here?
We have Quandrix Unlimited. This is the green-blue Actyl deck. Very +1 counter. Also, this one is going to be X-Spell based. First one, the main commander for it is Zimone, Infinite Analyst. Don't mess up that last word. 1 in a green and a blue for an 0/4 human wizard. The first spell you cast with X in its mana cost, each turn costs 1 less to cast for each +1 counter on Zimone. Whenever you cast your first spell with X in its mana cost each turn, put 2 1/1 counters on Zimone. And so as you cast those X spells, you get 1/1 counters on her, which will help you reduce the cost of X spells in the future. It just gets bigger and better. X spells speak to me. Roshin Meander, I like Magus Lucia Kane. Zimone, I built the Zimone and Dina deck. That was
Yeah.
really fun. I like kind of her as a character a bit.
Yeah, you have a little crush on
It's enticing.
Simone.
I don't think I'm gonna build this, but I do really like how she can just kind of build. X-Spells being at instant speed is really nice. So then you can just kind of do it every turn, and eventually just paying like a green and getting a bunch in the X and doing whatever you want. There's a lot of X counter spells out there that can help you go along with that. I didn't add any of those in because I'm not a dickhead. But some of these reprints are
let
pretty
me
great.
get down there.
You have solid reprints. You got 5 of them. That's not normal. Normally there's like 1 or 2 where you're like, ooh, that's a good reprint. So this one you have Benevolent Hydra, which is sitting around 9 or 10 right now. I don't think that's going to go down too much. You have Guardian Augmenter, which is giving your commander hexproof and +2/+2, and that's like an $8-9 card. You have Ozolith, the Shattered Spire, which is a
that's good.
$9-10 card
Yeah.
that's adding, whenever you put a 1/1 counter on something, you put an additional one on there. Primordial Hydra always just kind of sneaks up there, and that was like an $8-9 card. And then there was Unbound Flourishing, which doubles X spells, mana cost, and X spells +1 counters going on stuff. The card's also great, and that was like an $8-9 card. So
That was-
a lot of great reprints in there.
That was
And
from originally from Modern Horizons, wasn't it? The first
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
one of those. And so,
What's as far as reprints, how much was the value total with all that?
$91.
Jeez, with reprints, that's
with
crazy.
reprints, with $2 and up reprints, and there was only one where I'm like, do I even count that anymore? But Fabled Passage is sitting at like 250. And this is Goldfish numbers, which is generally maybe a little high in my opinion.
Right? Yeah, a little bit.
So you can knock that down, but it's still a really good reprint value on stuff. You have 3 visits in there as well,
Yeah.
which is an $8 card. Did not know that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And I should say they probably print it twice a year, and it still stays up there. It's a
Yeah.
great card to have, like
It
it's
is.
one of the
It
better
is.
ramp cards out there.
And so you got a lot of really good reprints in here, especially for like the +1 counter theme, because X spells aren't generally that expensive.
Yeah.
But they
Ozolith-
did put the expensive X spell ones with the Hydras
The
and stuff like
Ozolith,
that.
the Shattered Spire is a great one. Like if you're playing any 1/1 counter deck,
Yep.
it's so cheap to get out, and then it can feed it. That's what I also like with it as well.
And Hardened Scales is in the deck as well. So like they didn't just like chintz out and go with the cheapest version. They did like get a little bit more consistency in there with Benevolent Hydra and Ozolith, and so I think they did a really good job with it. Especially so it's like it is a good +1 counter deck or a good X spell deck, and it works both ways really well. So I'm pleased with the reprints, honestly, especially if you're finding it for $50 out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have a lot of these cards, especially the notable ones here, this is a great one to pick up because it fills it. It already pays for itself with just the reprints. Now, let's talk about the new cards. That's something that hits you and I. Like, what are the new cards that we got in this?
We should point out all the reprints will drop dramatically. They'll at least lose 30% on what they do. A lot of those that I just talked about will regain their value over a year or so.
Yeah, especially those. Yep.
Value does drop after it comes out. Some of the new cards I want to talk about out of this deck was Expansion Algorithm, which is X blue sorcery, proliferate X times.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
That's really good. You could just control that with X, and so if you have Zimone out and it reduces it by 5, it's just blue automatic 5. And you're
And then
proliferating
anything else,
5 times.
that's insane.
And this is very powerful when it comes to that kind of proliferate bit that's going on.
Yeah.
I think also, so like if you just have a green-blue +1 counter deck and you can just give your whole team a huge boost of counters as you're going on. And every time you proliferate, you got hardened scales in play, so really it's 2 1/1 counters for each proliferate trigger going on.
I mean,
if you have a blue poison deck or energy
I was gonna say,
or
super friends, like any planeswalkers, being able
what's
to
the Mothman deck where
rad
everybody
counters,
gets
rad counters,
So experience counters, it works with a lot of stuff and it can be a very powerful spell. I just really like it.
Yep.
In that regard.
Yep. I like
On a smaller level, we have Kinetic Ooze. Excuse me, very burpy.
it's the beer.
X and a green ooze. It says 2/2. 0/0.
Let me move it. 0/0.
0/0. All right. Creature enters with X 1/1 counters on it, where X and a green is the casting cost. And whenever this creature enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment with mana value X or less. If X is 5 or more, you get to draw a card. And if X is 10 or more, double the number of 1/1 counters on any number of other target creatures.
I mean, that's a lot. It's 11 invested, but still.
Right, but it's less with Zimone for sure. It's so like I really like that part of if you're paying X is 5, you get a 5/5 that draws you a card and destroys an artifact or enchantment in play.
Yeah.
That's way better than Ooze.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's pretty good when it comes to a +1 counter deck. And so I felt like it was pretty good versatility there.
Yep.
A lot going on.
Yep.
So next one we have Owlin Spiralmancer. 3 and a blue for a 3/4 bird wizard, flying vigilance. Whenever you cast your first spell with X in its mana cost each turn, you may copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Copying spells or triggers or abilities is really good. Even though it's very specific for X spells, there's at least 2 decks that like X spells in blue with Magus Lucia Kane and Zimone here. And I feel like they kind of like what's going on there. So I see it being built upon a little bit more in the future. I don't think this is going to be an expensive card right out the gate, but I just really like whenever they say do it again. I like it.
And the fact that they don't have the only on your turn, it's once a turn. So if you have instants that have X in it, boom, you get 2 of them if you do it on other people's turns and stuff. So yeah, I dig that. And
then we'll talk about, I think the biggest thing that everybody really is excited about for these precons is Turbulent Wilderness or the Turbulent Cycle. They are a land that have land types, Forest Island for this one example, and then this land enters tapped unless your opponents control 8 or more lands, and that is opponents, not just an opponent.
Yep.
So if you have 3 players and they each have 3 lands in play, that's 9, and this comes into play untapped.
So basically by turn 3, if you're the last player or second to last player, most likely you're getting this untapped. In the beginning game, you're not going to, but you know.
Well, and really, if you're fetching and you don't need the land, it comes into play untapped later on within that turn cycle anyway. But
yeah,
I mean, fetchable lands are really important. They're very good for the most part. There are some that aren't good, and we'll probably talk about those in one of my decks as well.
Yeah, I dig these.
But what is your gut reaction with Turbulent Cycle here?
Where I put them, I'll definitely use them in 2-color decks.
For sure. Agreed.
3, I really love the Surveil lands a lot.
Yeah. I don't think this replaces that.
No, and like I'm building, I have the 5-color Leo deck that I was talking about. I hate that I don't have the Surveil lands because I don't have enough room for them because I have the dual lands. And then
Fetches, shocks.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I have the shocks all in there. I have triomes was the other thing that I was going. So it feels weird not being able to turn 1 go for a Surveil land. So this definitely isn't better than that. I don't think these are better than the shock lands, but I would say these are probably 4. Dual lands, Surveil and shock lands for me. Surveil I think has jumped up over shock for me just because I have the duels. Oh, good for me.
Oh, good for you.
If I didn't have the duels,
Right.
then Shocklands would be 1 and Surveil would be 2. I think these plop in at 4 for me because I don't like the cycling ones. I like the cycling triomes.
If we're adding in the triomes, where does this is like behind triomes as well?
Yeah, because then if you're getting to 3, I think I'm plopping the triome in there. 3 colors is a borderline of where if this fits in there. I'll have to see when I build the next 3 color deck to see if it does make that cut because I have my what is that one? What are you drinking there?
It's a
That's a
left-handed
nitro.
peanut butter porter
It's left-handed.
milk stout. Left-handed peanut butter milk stout nitro.
So you can definitely drink it because it's left-handed.
Yeah.
But
They're
I
really
can't.
shorting their market when it's only
I can't
allowing
drink.
left-handed people to drink their beer.
These damn left-handed rocks and left-handed beers. No, but how do you feel about them? Where do they sit in as far as for deck? Just at a look, you won't really know until you start actually building the decks,
Right.
and seeing where it all. Hey, how's it going, Rusty? Where this fits in for you, but I think they're 4 for me in the duels.
Definitely in the 2 color. I think they make it into that kind of deck. The question ends up like, what are the price going to be at? Because right now it's looking to be like $15 to $20, and I'm like, I'm not buying that as a single. It's not good enough for me to want to spend $100 on the 5 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it? It's better than a lot of the other. I still really like the shocks because you have the option to have it come into play untapped,
Right.
and it's more of a choice rather than can you or can't you.
Yeah.
But also this is fairly easy
To activate, basically.
Yeah. And then like when you have 3 players, you're going for these probably over anything else, because if you're trying to fetch them late game, people can be dead, and there might not be 8 mana if it's 1v1 at that point on the board. I still think it's likely to be
Right.
there.
I was gonna say if there's one or at least if there's 2 opponents at that point, there
Yeah.
should be 8.
Yeah.
But one
and
might
if
be a little
if
tough.
the one player you're going against doesn't have 8 land, they how did they make it that far?
Yeah. Right.
They're probably dead. So yeah, you're right. They're late game. They're probably fine in that regard too. I'm excited for them if they're under $10.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'm at. I'm okay being patient on them. I'm not going out and getting them because, again, we do have the duels, and so that makes life a lot easier, especially the proxies.
Here's a
good.
Here's a question for you. And this is, it's a hypothetical because it's not real, but the battle bond lands, would you, if those were fetchable, would you like those over these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's a turn 1 fetch.
Right,
there.
right. Yep. I agree. Yeah.
That would be better than shots.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we were saying, Rusty, too, that if it's by turn 4, you should have this untapped.
Yeah. So I think it's good. It's very good if you don't have your own duels, like original duels. And if you do have them, then they're just, you can wait. You're cool. You're fine.
Yep. All right. So those were the new cards. I guess. Oh, we have to do. Is this one worth it? I forgot we have to use that button. Where's my? Is it worth?
That's true. Fair enough.
Is it worth it? It's time for.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my game down, flip it, and reverse it.
I guess since you did the deck, what was the total value? I'll do my part if I think it's worth it, and then you do yours if you think it's worth it. Since you already have your numbers down.
Value on reprints was $91. We saw maybe some of the better or some of the newer cards. What are you feeling here at a $45, $50 price mark when getting into it?
I mean, value-wise, yes. I mean, this is right there. Like you said, we're probably going to see a 30% drop on a lot of the big dogs. But Ozolith, I freaking anytime you're using 1/1 counters, I play that card. Unbound Flourishing if you're doing X spells. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think it's worth it. I think this one, especially if you don't have these expensive cards, like I mentioned earlier, of the reprints, definitely get in those. But some of I think the Proliferate X Times card, like not even just in this deck, just it fits in so many different decks. And so I think this one could be, do you know how much that one was running right now? Was that one expensive?
No, I mean, any of the new cards just don't have a real price.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want to buy it. You know, like Radstorm was a $10, $15 card for a while, and now it's whatever. Like, this is just 100 times better than that.
Yeah.
This is one of the better Proliferate cards, especially that it can hit multiple times. And so
proliferating once is so strong. I mean, that's why Atraxa is so ridiculous, is being able to proliferate at the end of your turn. Being able to do it multiple times with just one spell is kind of ridiculous. Like, you know, we have the other ones, like you mentioned, the one that's based off of casting spells and then you proliferate. Well, you got to cast the spells and make that proliferate. This is just casting this one spell and boom, 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 boom. You know, if you have somebody poisoned, you could potentially kill them.
Right, out of nowhere.
Yeah, you could get your planeswalkers to ultimates. There's so much that you could do with this card.
Holy moly. Yeah, I love this in a Planeswalker deck.
Yeah, Super Friends is just perfect for this. Like, once you showed this, I was like, oh, I mean, we saw spoilers before, but when we put it up here, I was like, ooh, I have about 6 decks that will like this card, you know? Because the cool thing about proliferation is that it's not, you don't have to hit everything. You get to pick and choose, and the negative stuff on other people's stuff, or you can buddy up with somebody, be like, hey, I'll give you 1/1 counters if you don't attack me with the next 2 turns or whatever. So there's a lot of things you can do with that. So for me, I think it's worth it. So for you, the person that broke it down, what do you think? Is this one worth it?
Is this one worth it? I think for the value that's there, the new cards that I think are interesting, and if you are interested in the deck, this is hands down 100%. You should go and get it.
And
I
that's
do think there's enough reprint value here to just break even and get new cards.
Yeah.
And so I do think it's very much worth it. I'll spoil my ending because I'm probably drinking enough, but I'm thinking about getting all 5 decks.
Oh,
how about that?
Oh,
I have not done that in a long time.
Oh, good.
Most of the time, I just get the singles or the new cards, and I'm debating on getting all 5.
No, in a little spoiler of it, the value of all of these from what we've done with our stuff, this feels like a core set. What they used to do with the once a year commander decks, where it was like, here's the main set we are doing this year. Here's your 5 commander decks. And it was generally always 5, 4 or 5 commander decks. Boom. Here's the value, blah, 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 blah. So these feel like that with the value that's here. Try to improve that. Okay. Really quick. Zero. And Rusty had some other things. He was talking about the Marvel stuff. We'll talk. We're excited about Marvel, but we're not at Marvel yet. We're excited for that one. And then he was asking about the.
There's already enough sets. Let's just one at a time.
Yeah,
one at a time.
All right. Let's move on to the upgrades. So and this is what Zero's just asking or saying was, I like the idea of buying this deck and to try to improve his Hydra deck. Oh, okay, I see. Taking the pieces from this. Yes, I love doing that too with decks. You buy the Precon, take the pieces out of it, put it in other decks that you have. But if you want to just buy this Precon and do some upgrades, Larry, let's give some budget upgrades and some Mr. Unlimited upgrades. So you have 5 cards in here. What do we got for our 5 upgrades for this deck?
Just trying to make people happy here. We have Hydroid Crassus, which is sitting at about $1 right now.
It's so crazy. Do you remember when that was in standard? It was like a $10, $15 card.
Yeah. I mean, it was a $5 card until there was like a reprint in something. But basically, when you cast this spell, gain half X life, and then draw half X cards, and then it's X +1/+1 flying trample. it's a beater. It's drawing cards. It's gaining you life. It is a huge swing in a X spell kind of deck like this. Being $1, I think there's an easy upgrade for the deck.
For sure.
Next one, March of Swirling Mist, which I think is a huge. You love this
I
card.
love March of the Swirling Mist.
And I think it's amazing in this deck. You don't have to pitch any blue spells.
No, you're just
Zimone just reduces this cost by, easily 5, 6. It's never going to be. It's always going to be, even. I guess not.
It's not gonna
matter.
be 6, 7.
It's gonna be 6, 7. It's too bad Tad's not listening, but I think it's a great protection spell. It is phasing, so it doesn't remove the counters from your hydras that are going on or any +1 counters in general.
Zero thinks that
again on the other end, just remove blockers and get your guys through.
Zero is saying that he thinks that Crassus might be in the deck.
I might have missed it. All right, not
I
cool.
did that
Moving on. Whatever.
I did that a couple times actually. I put a bunch
what
in
the
and I was
fuck?
like,
why would you call us out, Zero? Come on, man. Jeez.
all right.
That's my job. But I'll delete it if I'm wrong. Pest Infestation, Zero
Great.
Cool. Is that in there? Can you double check that?
It's a different Zero. I don't think it's Zero Cool. I think
Oh,
it's a
it's not
different
Zero Cool.
It's 040011. So I don't think it's Zero Cool. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has his second account. Zeros and ones.
Sorry if it's not Zero Cool. Pest Infestation, it is an X spell for destroying artifacts and enchantments, and then you get little 1/1
Twice?
creature tokens in response to it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And that's $1 at this point too. It's an easy reprint. You should almost have it hanging around if you've been around for a little bit. Savala, Heart of the Wilds. I think that's sitting around like $4 to $6 right now. And it is great in your X spell Hydra decks. Because you're always making a bigger creature, and so you get to draw that card having the highest power, and then it also just feeds into the mana that you can create with Savala. Easy add-in, in my opinion. And then the other one, Tyrant Guard, is a great one, and I just want to say, so it's a 3/3 for 3, but the X spell has Ravenous. This is from the 40k Precons. If it comes in with 5 counters on it, you get to draw a card. And then you can sacrifice Tyrant Guard creatures you control with counters on them, gain
nice
Hexproof
protection.
Indestructible until end of turn.
Dig it.
This is a $5, $6 card as well. But basically, if you bought the green, blue, red Magus Lucia Kane X Spell 40k deck a few years ago, there are so many pieces in there. Biophagus, Nexos, like just feed into X Spell. Like Nexos turns basic lands into 2 mana for your X spells, like for 2, and it's a 2 mana creature. It's crazy in X spell decks. So if you bought that, look through your bulk, and they're all $5 to $7 cards right now.
Yeah, Warhammer stuff keeps going up. Like there's stuff from that's gone off from this set from Warhammer. Okay, so now we have Mr. Worldwide or Mr.
Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited.
No budget. You got 3 cards on here that you, if you had unlimited budget, these are the cards you would add in there. So what do we got first?
All right, another 40k card, Aberrant, but has Ravenous, Trample, X, 1 and a green, and then whenever Aberrant deals combat damage to a player, destroy an artifact or enchantment that player controls. This is up to $7+ right now. It's a mutant, so it's being used in the turtle decks.
Yeah,
and that's a big reason why it's gone up. But still, it's a very good card. Another one is Kodama the West Tree, which is a $20 card, but modified creatures you control have Trample. And when they deal combat damage, you get to go and search for basic lands and put them into play tapped. And so that's a huge ramp card. I love this in my +1 encounter decks. And then honestly, the Ozolith, it's a $60 card now.
Is it really? Jeez.
Yeah, it's bonkers. I know we can't see it here, but if you look off to the left, you can see the price underneath it. If you have it over there.
I'm zoomed in.
You're
so we
zoomed
can
too
see
much
it.
in.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we can't see. But that's crazy that it's $60. That means the Wolverine one. I think I sold out of my Ozoliths from the Wolverine Secret Lair. That's got to get up there, especially with the Marvel All stuff coming out here. So yeah, no, Ozolith is great.
All right. Looks like Hydroid is in the deck. I missed that. Can you go delete that. So
Here, let's really quick
We can just
on-air
do that right
production.
I didn't even talk about that. I am
What?
editing
No,
it out, and all
there's
you
no-
guys are gonna look
You guys are
silly.
silly.
So, but yeah, Ozolith is a freaking $60 card. It's ridiculous at this point, but whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on them, put them on the Ozolith, and then you can move those at the beginning of combat onto something. Great card in this style of deck, especially with how many counters can get put on those Hydras. It's a protection spell essentially.
Yeah.
So
Well, fix it in post. No, we'll fix it on air. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
There's gonna be some confusion.
Okay, so we're 45 minutes in. We have one deck done. I know we had the secret layer stuff before, but all right. This would be a Malort night, is what it would normally be.
That's what I'm drinking. I'm not doing Malort.
No, I don't. I didn't bring my
No,
shotguns.
no.
Yeah. All right. The next one we're gonna talk about is the one, and I think was it Zero or Rusty or somebody was asking about this one. This is the first one that I did, which is the Silverquill Influence deck, and this one's really interesting. It's funny because it's very similar to a deck that I already built with Kaima, but just different colors. But it's doing a very similar thing.
Is this why you wanted to do it?
Well, I thought it was at least a little different, and then I looked at Kaima right next to it, and I was like, oh, this is like a duplicate, except I think I like this version better, because Kaima is at the end of your turn. You goad everything that has it was enchanted with auras, and then Kaima gets a 1/1 counter. This is Killian, Decisive Mentor. So there's one colorless, one white, one black for a 2/3 human warlock. And it says whenever an enchantment you control enters, so you don't need to do the aura angle, but then you tap up to one target creature and you goad it. And then it says whenever one or more creatures that are enchanted by an aura you control attack, you draw a card. So you can refill your hand with stuff. I would say the face commander is really good, but you could also do the secondary commander, and we'll talk about that a little bit later when I get to the new cards.
All right.
But how I built, or what I added in for this deck, it was based off of this commander. So to give you an idea, red and green worked really well. There was a lot of enchantment auras that I could play on a creature, tap mana, bring it back to my hand, do it again, do it again, do it again, and that's how you could. I wish there was more with the white and black. There are a few, and they're actually in the deck. But I wish there were a little bit more because it would make this a little more viable. But the cool thing is it does say enchantment, so you can go different routes. You don't have to go the route of auras. Yes, you get the draw off of it. But if you're just playing like sagas, or you're playing just regular enchantments, you're still going to get to go tap it as well. So there is that benefit of maybe you want to swing through and you tap whatever, or maybe the strongest creature is out there and you don't want it to come to your face. This is a great deck for this. So there's a possibility, because I do still have that Kaima deck. That is one of the ones that I was like,
still have that, huh?
I know. Well, that's where I was like at SmithCon, a month and a half ago, I was like, I think I'm going to kill this deck. I got to play it one more time. I might, if I do what you're doing potentially and buying all 5, I may build this and build a better Kaima, because I never liked Kaima. It just was too.
Oh, okay.
It just kept getting killed. That was the point of Kaima, was it needed to be out till your end of your turn. And when you're in a game with Lowry, he knows how the deck is, what it's supposed to do. He kills it before the end of the turn, and then I never get the benefit from that. Well, this dude he's cheaper to come out, first of all. Second of all, I just need to play enchantments and I can start goading stuff. So, all right. So let's move on to the value of this. This.
I don't like being thrown under the bus, but okay.
This one this is one of the most value I've seen in a Precon. We're gonna get past the upgrades. All right, those are the new cards. So I have 4 notable reprints, and those are the ones that are about $10 or more. But there is 13 others that are between that. I actually did 3 to 10 or 3 to 9. And there's 13 of those in there. So there's a lot of value. But the 4 that are notable here is Brina, the Demagogue, and that she is sitting at, what is Brina? She was at about 9 something, so she's just under that 10 mark. We have Ink Shield, which Ink Shield is a $12 card right now, even though we did get that secret layer. The big dog in here is Land Tax. Land Tax is a $26 card. So right there is half your value in this deck, because this deck is $50. You get it just with Land Tax. Then we have Songbird's Blessing as the fourth.
Do you play Land Tax?
I do have it in decks, but
All right.
well,
I'm not judging you.
I know you stopped playing Land Tax, but
I have it in a deck.
well, I actually just looked at my Tesa deck because I was trying to get ideas for upgrades and stuff like that for this deck, and the Land Tax. I think that's the only deck that I have Land Tax in. So I was like, oh, I do play Land Tax. But you know, Tesa, that's how many years ago did I build that deck? That's a long time. And then we have Songbird's Blessing, which is an $11 card. So just in the reprints of over $10, you're looking at $58 in value.
Good deal.
I'm just gonna rattle off the other ones in the 13. So you have Keen Duelist. Maybe I probably shouldn't read this because you know me and reading. Ready of the Charmed Apple. Thank you.
She can't even read.
Nihilus, Discipline Enforcer, Armored Sky Hunter, Combat Calligrapher, Firemane Commando, Animate Dead, Ghostly Prison, Ghoulish Impetus, which by the way, do you have, I played Magic, and it's funny that's there. I played Magic at Tad's, a couple weeks ago. Okay. And I found somebody's Ghoulish Impetus in my deck. So I don't know if you're missing a Ghoulish Impetus if you have black sleeves, or if anybody that's listening that's SmithCon has black sleeves with a Ghoulish Impetus. I have it. So just message me. Gift of Immortality, Arcane Lighthouse, and War Room are all in there. And that's a value of $75 of things that are between 3 and 10. So you're talking $133 of value in just the reprints, which is kind of insane. There's a lot of talk going on. I didn't read any of that.
I know. Rusty's saying that our kid can't even read one is mean. We've been doing that one for years. So
yeah, because this guy can't read.
Magic cards are really hard to read, and it's an old Adam Sandler clip.
Yeah, and it's not fun with Adam can't read with dyslexia. So that's my bit. So Larry gets to hit that button a lot, and it's fun. So yeah, $133 in value of reprints. Now normally I'd be like, okay, let's go see the new cards, and maybe that'll convince you. But I mean, right there, your value. There's so many.
A lot of value.
You're talking 16 cards of reprints that it puts you at 133. But let's talk about some of the new cards. Where did I go?
They wouldn't have to make master sets if they just did this to Precons.
Let's talk about the alternate commander. So this is that Scriv the Obligator. It's 2 colors, a white and a black. Inkling Bird. It's a 2/3 flying death touch. Whenever it enters or attacks, create a white aura enchantment named. This is the card. So we just did our episodes on making people attack. This deck, it would have fit in that whole episode, because then it does name contract, attach to target creature an opponent controls. The token has enchant creature, and quote unquote, whenever enchanted creature attacks, it gets 2+0 until end of turn if it's attacking one of your opponents. Otherwise, its controller loses 2 life. So if they attack you, they lose 2 life. If they attack your opponents, it gives it 2+0. Do you think that's enough where people won't attack you, Lowry? I think that would be enough. Like, that's a 4-point swing in a way. You're doing 2 points of damage to somebody else.
Maybe. I mean, I see them maybe going back and forth.
I don't think they're going wide at you, though. You're not getting hit with a bunch of tokens, because they're going to lose 2 life per creature that attacks you, because it's not whenever. Oh, I guess you're making only 1. It's never mind. Yeah. Okay. But you get to keep putting it. Fun. So you could keep putting it on the same creature. You're pumping it up 4+0, 6+0, or they're taking 6 damage or losing 6 life. Like, there's a lot of things. So that's where I was like, this could be the face commander of this deck as well. And go that
that's
route.
Pretty cool.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the other new cards in here. I did not put that land in here because I put it on the second deck. because there's less cool stuff.
So
in
the
that.
black-white one has the turbulent land deck
Yep.
cycle as well. It's in one in each of the decks.
Each one of
for
the
sure.
decks. So we have Changing Loyalty. It's a 1 colorless, 1 black aura, but it has flash and replicate 2. So if you pay 2 while you cast this, you make another copy. It enchants a creature. Whenever enchanted creature dies, return it to the battlefield under your control. I think this is just great in general. You're getting a board wipe. It's at flash speed. Boom, you play this on anybody, the best creature on the board. As long as it's being destroyed and not exiled, boom, you get that creature after everything gets board wiped. Or even if you're planning the board wipe, you could, you're in a white and black deck with this one, you could play a board wipe deck and take multiple creatures. If you have 4 open, you're taking 2 creatures. So, and at the same point, with this deck, it's very good because you're making, you're putting in on other people's creatures, you're tapping down, you're goading things. But then you can also be a save spell. You can put it on your own creature as well. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I dig that one. Defacing
Really cool.
Dusk Mage is the next one. Now this is the first one we were talking about where we have the preparation stuff, which
I avoided those.
They're growing on me for these. This one's pretty good. White and a black for a 2/2 dog warlock. It has death touch. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, this creature becomes prepared. The prepared part is then you can cast the prepared part. Your creature still stays out. It doesn't go away. It's just you're casting. It's at an instant speed. 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 black. Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. So that's pretty decent for another player drawing 2. You can continuously. It doesn't happen and then it's done. If it gets prepared again, you can cast it again. If it gets prepared again, you can cast it again. From my understanding.
Do we know if you can have like 2 or 3 prepares on it, or when it's prepared?
I don't think
that
so.
is.
I think it's when it's prepared. It's just prepared.
That is what it is until you use it.
Until
up,
you use
and
it.
then
If you don't use it, you lose it, type of thing. But not really lose it. It just stays there until you use it, and then you can prepare it again. So I think this one's pretty decent. Drawing 2 cards is going to happen, and then you're going to be able to do this at instant speed. If you leave that mono open, you can do it on other people's turns, and then they're losing 2 life. It's not you loses. Oh, it does say each player.
Yeah, each player. I like that too. I think that's fun. I'm all right with that.
You like to cause pain to yourself. All right, and then the last one, which I know the cool thing about these prepared stuff is a lot of these, as we were getting spoiled, are cards that are real. And they have the names there, and so
Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is crazy. How do you say this one?
I always say it as Aganjo, but I know that's not right.
Aganjo. Dinosaurian?
Do you think he likes dinosaurs?
Dinosaurian?
Like a historian about
but
dynasties?
dinosaur-
That makes sense.
Or dinosaurs.
I like
the dinosaur
fusing
word.
words together as well.
All right, so it's 2 colors and 1 white for a Fox Advisor. This one also has the preparation. It's a 2/3. It has vigilance. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, this becomes prepared. And then this is just great for your enchantment style decks. Then it has replenish as the other side. So sorcery, 3 colors, 1 white. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. And just a little foreshadowing, that might be in the Mr. Unlimited part of this section here, because you're putting stuff on other people's stuff. There isn't a lot of recursion, and I know from Kaima, even with the enchantments having the recursion on them, they still would get killed by somebody killing their creature or a board wipe or whatever, and then you lose that enchantment, either that you didn't have the mana up or whatever. So if you're playing a deck like this, that's pretty fantastic to be able to bring that back. So it has it built in, and attacking with 2 or more creatures is very, very easy to do. So you're going to be able to cast that side of it. So all that being said, we have these new cards, Lowry. You're just reading all the comments. We have
right. They're over here trying to teach us how to say this stuff, and
Keep
that's what the button is for.
Yeah,
so that
you
we
don't have to
actually
worry about the
learn any of
teaching.
this.
Yeah, then you just
It's just we're maybe close enough. We both agree that is kind of how we're going to say it from now on.
Yeah.
And we apologize. We pissed off a lot of people with Keldheim
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah. Even people that were on our Discord that are no longer
Yep.
there. That might be the reason why they left. No, it isn't. But Keldheim. All right, so we have $133 of value in reprints. We have these at least 4 plus the 5th. There's a lot more new cards, but these are the notable ones. Lowry, do you think this is worth it? Let's see if I can get to my button. Is it worth it? It's time for...
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
What do you think? What do you think?
I mean, the value seems like it's going to be there. I like a lot of these new cards. I like that enchantments are a thing, and I think they did a good job, at least between green, blue, and black, white, having like 2 themes, and one being a little out there and experimentative with like goading and auras aren't really a thing, but then having enchantment matters, and that is a main thing that works with a lot of different decks and makes cards more playable and usable and more desirable. And so far, I think they've hit both of these out of the park. I think it's totally worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
The value's there, the new cards are there. They seem to be at least, this feels very different from a lot of things that they've done. Even though you're like, this is like Kaima, but completely different colors. Right. So it's completely different card choices. It's going to feel very different.
Right. And that's the point of, I think I might actually build this deck because I've been wanting to kill Kaima because it just does, everybody, you make a deck and you have this idea, and then when you get it out in the wild, it just doesn't do what you want it to do. So I think that's going to die, and this will be the deck that takes over. The crazy thing is they don't do this very often in precons, but like you mentioned in yours as well, land tax, you have a card that's half the value of what the deck costs. It's $50 and land tax is $26. They've been reprinting land tax once a year. We got it.
It's a little slower with them not doing
probably
master sets anymore.
14 months. What was the Eldraine was the last time we got the special one or whatever. But
that's a good point. Oh, that's like 2 years.
Is it
easy?
2
years.
Wasn't it in the fall or late summer?
I think it was in Commander Masters though.
Yeah, it might be that too. Yeah. So land tax is huge. Land tax is a good card. We played with it a lot. Like Lowry was saying, he probably doesn't play with it as much anymore. But
Rusty said he hasn't played it since high school. But if he's 20, that's not a good reference. But
2 years ago, whoa, that's a long time ago.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so this is by far one of the better decks that we've done for precons, and it isn't just like. And that's why we do the reprint value and not go off of, if you go off of just goldfish pricing, it like starts off when it first comes out, $700. It's like, what the, because they overprice everything, especially the new cards.
Right.
You got to wait till
basic lands
settles.
are 20 cents a piece.
Yeah. So that's why we don't like to price out the new stuff. So the reprints, the ones that we think that have value that will have, they'll come down a little bit, but they'll come back up.
And most people want to keep the new cards anyway.
Yeah.
So
right. Yeah.
There it is.
So okay, let's talk about the budget and Mr. Unlimited upgrades. So I gotta go up. That's where my budget. Okay. I have a lot in here, but a lot of them are there's same ideas, and so I'll just skip over those really quick. But there isn't a Mesa Enchantress. Like, this is a super cheap card. It's not in the deck. It should be in the deck. It needs a little bit more. If you're playing enchantments, you need to have the enchantment drawers. So this one's just, you're playing enchantments, casting enchantments, you draw a card when you cast it, replenish your hand. So it's an easy add. I have it in my Tom Bombadil deck. Anytime that you're doing and you have white or green, you play the Enchantress stuff. It's a no-brainer, and I'm surprised that it isn't in the deck because it's so cheap. But definitely put that in there. Now here's a fun one. Michiko Reign of Truth. So it's one colorless, one white saga. Target creature gets 1/1 until end of turn. for each artifact and enchantment you control, so that's the first 2. And then the cool thing is it flips, and if you read this, it says exile this saga and then return it to the battlefield, and it returns as an enchantment creature. If you look at Killian, it says whenever an enchantment you control enters. So it isn't a cast trigger, it's an ETB. So this saga leaving and coming back, you technically get 2 triggers off it. Not only that, you're pumping something huge because you're playing all enchantments. So you're getting a huge benefit off of that. And then when it gets to the third part of the saga, boom, you have a creature that comes in and it gets 1+1 for each artifact or enchantment that you control, and you get to goad something. So this is huge in this deck. I think it's a really good card. I love these in my, like I said, my Tom Bombadil deck. Those are my almost game winners whenever I put those on creatures, because they just get, when you're playing a lot of enchantments, they just get huge really, really quick. Pariah, that's a good one. You put it on their creature. And then any damage that's dealt to you is going to go to Pariah, which is very nice. And then if they decide to attack, boom, you get your draw. But Pariah is just a good one. I have not played Pariah. Jake had that. Our cousin Jake had that in that one deck.
He did have a Pariah deck.
Yeah, and I've never put it in a deck. Sphere of Safety. I don't know why this isn't in there. They have Ghostly Prison, but they don't have Sphere of Safety. You're playing enchantments.
Well, because they don't want it to be just like
good, like
unattackable, I guess.
I guess, yeah. So Sphere of Safety, people can't. They have to pay X for how many enchantments you control. They're at least paying 1. While you're an enchantment deck, you're going to be paying a lot more, and no one's going to attack you.
Yeah.
So, Spirit Link and Vampiric Link, they're just 1-drop auras. The nice thing is you put it on their creature. Yes, they can attack you, but any damage that they're doing to you, you're gaining that back. And then you get the draw off of it. So they're just easy adds in there. What is it? Unquestionable Authority. I would probably put this on your own creatures, but it does make your creature, the whatever creature, protection from creatures. So basically unblockable. And then you get to draw for playing it. And then the vows.
Yeah.
They don't have any of the vows in there, which I thought was interesting, because they
That
put
is interesting because
vows
that
in
feels
every
perfect for it.
single commander deck, and then they don't put it in this. Like, the most copies that are
figure
out
you
there
got
are
that.
in Commander. Like, I don't understand why the vows. And I didn't put the other. There's a third I does Intimidate, which is the black one. I didn't have to add them all in there, but any of the vows you could put in that it's going to make them not attack you. It's not goading. So if you're going 1v1, it's basically like a removal spell. They can't attack you once you've put these on there. They can still block, but they can't attack you. So these are just excellent adds in there. And then we get to Mr. Unlimited. Where is it? Gotta hit the button. There we go.
Mr. Unlimited.
All right. We have 5 cards in there. Hall of Heliod's Generosity. It's only a $7 card, so it's not terrible right now. But great for recursion. You're putting enchantments back on top of your library if you're doing that. It should be in there. Replenish, like I mentioned earlier. That's a $160-something card at this point. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the play. So it's just like that, that new card. Another reserve list, Sarah's Sanctum. If you're playing enchantments, this is the time to use your $300, $400, $500 card. It's the only place I have it is in my Tom Bombadil. So yeah, that would be where I put that in. And then I have 2 more. Spirit Loop, which gives them lifelink, but then when this goes to the graveyard, it goes back to your hand, which is very nice. So there's that recursion built in on it. And then one of my favorite cards, Trouble in Pairs, which is like an $18 or $20. No, it's like a $20-something card at this point. But this is also hindering people from coming at you with more than one creature. So this is going to, there's a lot of things that Trouble in Pairs does. And it's great when you're playing with an enchantment deck. So that's all the cards there.
That's a cool deck.
Yeah.
I do like that. It does look like multiple people want to see what deck we like the most. Do we want to save that and any sort of rating the decks for the end?
Let's save that for the end. Yeah, I think that'll be good. All right. We're on to deck number 3. We're an hour and 10 minutes into this.
That was a good, half hour per deck. That sounds about right.
Which one is the next one? You want to do the Lorehold
or
let's do Lorehold as the next one.
Lorehold. This one's disgusting, honestly.
Wait, is this supposed to be spirit or spit it?
It
Spit it.
is supposed to be spirit, but leave it. I don't care about that. I don't care about
Loreholds.
misspelling things, but when I add in the hydroid crassus, that's embarrassing. That one's okay. So we have some great reprints, but we're gonna talk about the new cards first. Quinn, you remember Notorious?
Yeah, the
Quintorius.
Quintorius. Yeah.
Did we have a button for that?
Yeah, we did. We don't
all right.
anymore. I mean,
you line that up. But History Chaser, 2 in a red and a white for a planeswalker with 5 loyalty. Whenever one or more cards leave your battle or graveyard, create a 3/2 red, white, and spirit creature token. You can
comments are funny, right? Tonight there's a lot of. I got to read one. Was sorry, you're in the middle of it. Said Zach Wiley wrote, "Never spit it, swallow it." All right, sorry. Keep going.
I'll do none of it. That's I would like option C. Thank you.
I just he wrote, but he wrote swallow. He wrote swallow it really funny.
I don't like any of those words.
SWALLAWIT. Swallow it. Like,
all right. You may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Or is it mill? Maybe mill a card. All right. -4.
yeah, Mill.
Spirits you control gain double strike and vigilance until end of turn. So basically, it's kind of like there's always a discard on your commander, and if something leaves the graveyard, you get a 3/2 token, double strike, and vigilance for those spirits. So you can kind of have a lot of stuff going on, but it's kind of fun. Discarding spirits, those are probably the main deal with this commander right there. And some of the new cards are
new.
pretty fun.
Reprint.
That's it right there.
Reprint.
Up. Oh, is it reprints off the bat?
Yeah, reprints and then new cards.
Fine. All right, reprints. a lot of great ones. Let's be honest. First one, Bitterthorn. That's sitting at about $14 right now.
Jeez.
I think this is the second printing of it. And this is just a 1/1 germ that when it attacks, it's a Sword of the Animus. Go get a basic land, put it in the play tapped. It's great. Next one, currency converter is sitting at about $10 right now. I also love this card. If you have a discard deck, this should go in it. It just allows you to discard land and then tap it, get a treasure. Also has the draw discard attachment to it, potentially making 2/2 rogue tokens. For 1 mana, very versatile, great in those discard decks for sure. Drum Bellower is sitting at about $11.
Really? Drum Bellower?
All your creatures.
I love this. I love this card. I spec'd on it and it just never moved. And I think I eventually got rid of. I think I got rid of it maybe 6 months ago. Not got rid of the card, just got rid of my specs. I was like, this isn't moving. But yeah, no, it's an $11 card now. Nice.
So untapping all your creatures during each other players' untap step.
That's a good card.
It's going to do a lot of stuff. Also, it's a spirit, so it works perfectly within the deck. Did you know that Amiria, the Sky Ruins, being reprinted, and it's a $22 card?
Yeah, it's crazy because
that's nuts.
It's been in the Secret Lair Commander decks. And so that's where I've gotten a lot of value with those, like sending in as buy list stuff or even just listing and selling those. Like they're just good. I mean, they are good lands. The only downfall is it comes into play tapped, but
I don't know if I've ever played this card.
Yeah, I don't think
I haven't played.
I
wouldn't play it unless it was mono white.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't do it in a 2 color because you have to have planes. Like it's not just, Yeah. So it
control 7 or more planes. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then
sorry. That's some cool art on that one.
Yeah, Moonshaker Cavalry, which is a $12 card, but when it comes into play, your creatures get +X and flying from the number of creatures you control. Crazy. It's a crazy card to have in there.
Yeah.
Wave of Reckoning is another one. That's a wrath that each creature deals damage equal to its power to itself. That's a $19 card right now.
Jeez.
And has been climbing greatly. It has 1 reprint, so this is the 3rd one, I believe.
Okay.
and it'll just I don't know if it's going to recover, but this is one that has a huge swing, and I'm not sure what's going to happen there.
Well, I would say Wave of Reckoning, whenever we get wall commanders, this tends to jump. And so
we just had Doran in
Yeah.
Lorwyn.
So that might be why it kind of rose up a little bit now.
For sure.
But it's fantastic in any wall deck because it's just, your walls don't have power or very much power at all, and they have huge butts. So what's your value in reprints there?
At the $10 plus mark, there is $88 worth of value.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
How many cards is that? Is that these six?
Six.
The 6 cards. So if you want new cards, sell these 6 cards and you make money and you get all the new cards. If you already have these, like I have all these. Oh, good for me. Where's my good for? Do you have the good for? Here we go.
Oh,
Somewhere.
good
Maybe this
for
one.
you.
There we go.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I have all these cards. So maybe it's just buy it and sell these, and then you keep everything else. That's pretty crazy.
You're good to go.
What about
and
the
then
stuff that's under $10? How much do we have
in between $2 and $9? You got $38 of value at that point. Real quick, Guardian of Faith, Sarah Paragon, Guardian Scale Lord, Angel of Indomitability. Nope, that wasn't right.
One,
He can't even read.
2.
I like when you hit it on
There we go.
yourself. That's my
Staff of the
favorite.
Storyteller, Archaeomancer's Map, Patchwork Banner, another reprint there. We have Monologue Tax, Takacia's Welcome, Fabled Passage, and Lotus Field.
Oh, geez.
And Lotus Field's $8 right now, which is crazy.
How Patchwork got the Fallout reprint there, so but that was the only other reprint. So this is Patchwork's the great monorock for tribal stuff or whatever. So that's okay. So we got, how much is the total value with everything?
Total value is $126.
Jeez.
Or something that looks like you can get it for $50 to $55.
That's crazy.
That seems pretty good.
This is like, seriously, with these 3 right there, this is the best. I wish we could go back. Like,
we haven't talked about precons like this in a long time.
They're always like at value.
There's one or 2 of these, not 4 to 6 of these.
Yeah, it's insane. Okay, so let's
doing
talk
a good
about
job.
some of the new cards here. So we got 5 new cards plus, well, the land there.
Yeah, we'll quick go over that. But so you have Advanced Reconstruction, which is a class card, 3 in a red to come down, enchantment. At the beginning of your first main phase, mill a card, then exile a card from your graveyard. At random, you may play the exiled card this turn. So it's going to trigger that leaving the graveyard trigger.
That's
and then
every turn. That's every turn it's doing that. Nice.
Yeah. 4 might be a little high on there, but level 2 is 1 in a red to get there. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, this class deals 2 damage to each opponent.
Nice.
So for 6 mana, I'm okay with what's going on
right there. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like beginning, doing all that stuff and dealing 2 damage to everybody, incremental. And then another 1 in a red for level 3. Spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 2 less to cast.
So
again,
right there, commander tax taken away.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that, but I was just thinking exile from the graveyard. Like there's some good stuff going on there and just building, and it's very versatile in that.
Yeah, I dig that. That's a good
spot. It feels very much like a Cool But Rude, which is a $10 card right now. A little bit like Artist Talent, which are both going to be what we're talking about. Another new one that I really like, Ceaseless Conflict. It's 3 and 2 white for sorcery. Destroy all creatures.
A board wipe, Lowry. You like a board wipe? What is wrong with you?
I don't normally do this, but this is one of those one-sided ones a bit. Then create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token for each non-token creature you control that was destroyed this way.
I dig it.
So you're gaining a bunch of token creatures in that regard. If you're in, I think it works if you're in a token deck, because you have those doublers, triplers, turn them into 4/4 angels. Like, that's just a good card if you have anything that's going to create 3/2 spirits. Or if you're just not, and then you're just going to get a bunch of 3/2 spirits.
Well, it's only for non-token. right? You caught that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
But
good.
that's what I'm saying. It's good in a token deck because you'll just get double or triple
I
the
see what you're
tokens
saying.
anyway.
Because, yeah. You're playing already the multipliers. So then when you
Yeah.
actually get rid of some stuff. Yeah, Bill said he got his all 5 precons for 175.
That's a good get.
Share
That's a
the
good
link,
get.
Bill. Share the link.
Yeah, share it in the comments. The next one is Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of
but,
Fortune. Well, it's not Wheel of Fortune, but it
Wait a
is.
second. Nactamon Lore Spinner. 2 in a red for a 3/3 Jackal Wizard at the
A
beginning
jackal?
of your what?
We got a jackal? Is it a jackal? A jackal?
Jackal.
Remember back in the
Lightning
day?
bolt.
Jackal?
If a player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, this creature becomes prepared, and prepared allows you to cast Wheel of Fortune. Each player discards their hand, then draws 7 cards.
That's a little more difficult of a preparation, I would say, with that.
If you can control your hand size and you want to wheel a bunch, I think this is in my Green Goblin deck where I can just discard my hand then I Wheel of Fortune. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This is super, super good in any deck that can run it, but I do agree it might be very narrow.
Well, they had to make it a little difficult because
Right.
you're doing Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of insane.
And so, great in flubs where whenever you cast a spell or play a land, you discard a card, and then if you have no cards in hand, you get to draw a card. Like, flubs is pretty cool. I didn't build it, but it was a really cool card. But this anything with Wheel of Fortune on it, I'm interested.
I'm gonna say it again. I love that they put the names of the cards on there because I can't remember if the adventures have like names. I think they probably do, but I love that they're using good cards, and the actual name instead of just being like Wheel of whatever, like renaming it. I like that they actually use the names, which is really sweet.
Yeah. And then the next one, Relic Retriever, 1 in a red for a 2/2 first strike. You're covering
Oh,
it.
sorry.
At the beginning,
2/1
2/1.
first strike.
At the beginning of each end step, if a card left your graveyard this turn, create a treasure token.
Monkeys are
I'm
always
okay
creating
with this one.
treasures. They always like making the monkeys like making treasures like Ragavan and all that stuff. Like
True.
Dockside. Yeah,
No, that's a goblin.
Oh, it is a goblin. It's like he's a pirate
doesn't matter.
goblin,
She's
isn't he? He
But-
looks like a monkey.
If you have a deck that's doing this, then I think you're gonna really like it. And then you have the Turbulent Step in this one, which is the Turbulent Land, fetchable, and we both agree this is very solid.
Yep. Let's do it. Is it worth it? Get back to my buttons. Come on. There we go. It's time for
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
128, you said?
Flip it and reverse it.
126. You have 6
126.
cards of $10 or more at $88 of value in this deck. 126 in total. You have a discard theme and a spirit theme. Discard is kind of new, but I think that's probably their base idea that is getting more and more traction. And spirits is kind of, that's the aura, or the expel version of what's going on in these decks.
This lore spinner right there. This is the 6 cards that we decide was the selling 6 cards. And you make money off of it if you have those cards. Yeah, for me, of course, it's worth it. And then you get the I mean, this one's going to be a little more difficult, like you said, if you can control it. Would you play this if you can't control it? Like if you're just in a commander game, because it gets prepared if any player. It's at the
If
beginning.
it's any player. That is questionable. I mean, a 3/3 for 3 isn't amazing because that might be all it is.
Mm-hmm. It is at the beginning of your upkeep, so you can't abuse it. Like you can't play it on your turn and then it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I
It's
still
tough.
think
I think it's narrow. I want to be able
Yeah.
to control it, or
like
I mean, making my opponent's discard cards kind of sucks. So that's not something generally that I'm aiming to do.
like a madness deck would maybe like it too. But those are tough as well. So
Yeah.
Late
Yeah,
game,
that's
this
tough.
is good, I guess, if you're running out of cards. But that's the thing is like it's interesting because how you and I play, because we don't tutor and all that stuff, it's a lot of draw. And so there isn't a
Right.
lot of times where I'm down to one or fewer cards. It happens, but there's a lot of times where it's more of we're drawing a ton of cards. Oh, good for us.
Oh, good
If-
for you.
If I am drawing or if I'm doing a looting deck, this is it's very possible because when you're casting spells that like draw you a card, discard you a card, or draw 2, discard, like you tend to fall behind. It becomes very efficient because you get rid of the cards you don't need to play and cast the ones that you do, and you're kind of already going down a card. And so you do run out of cards. One might be a little low to try and aim for,
Mm,
but it is what it is.
yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how that one does.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably most excited for the class
This one, yeah.
advanced reconstruction. Yeah.
That one seems pretty sweet. But again, it is very niche of like you're going to be playing this type of deck for these in a way.
Right.
You know?
Right. Right.
'Cause it's
And so for me with everything, I'm really into discarding cards, and
Yeah.
I probably have been for too long. I think Green Goblin really hits my itch, and I think there is a lot of cards there that I want to at least consider for the deck, even though I have no room in there where I'm like, ooh, I need to get rid of this. Like, I just think it's gonna be. I like the deck. I like the discarding. The value is there, so this is definitely worth it for me too.
So is this more of you get the deck and then you piece out the parts and put it in other decks is kind of what you're thinking?
Probably for me, yeah. Just because I've been doing a lot of discard decks. My Iroh Grand Lotus deck is a discard deck. Green Lantern is a discard deck. My Niv Mizzet deck was a discard deck. Like I've been
Did you
having.
say you said Green Lantern? Did you mean Green Goblin?
I did. I did mean
I was
that.
gonna say Green Lantern isn't out until probably this is the next. Wait, no, Green
That's
Lantern's
after
DC.
Marvel's done. And
Yeah, I was gonna say
roll
that's
away.
DC. That won't work
Yeah.
out. All right. Well, if you're not gonna piece this out, what upgrades would you add to the? You like that transition right there? Look at that.
I love
it. Budget upgrades right here. If you were just to buy this deck and then add some cards to it, typically we try to stay under $20 total. You got how many cards do you have in here? 7 cards. For,
Seven?
7 cards. 6,
I'll go pretty quick.
7.
Aether Shockwave, you can make a choice of tapping all spirits or untapping all or tapping all non-spirit creatures. It's a spirit deck. You're going to tap down
All the
spirits.
spirits.
Or
Or
non-spirits.
non-spirits. We both said the same thing. You're going to tap down spirits. Wait, no.
Whatever.
No, that's not what we're going to do.
Artist Talent, it's kind of down right now at like $6 mark. Highly suggest getting it. It is one of those classes, but 2 to come down. Whenever you're casting non-creature spell, discard a card to draw a card. It's crazy good in these kind of decks. Pay 3 to get the level 2. Non-creature spells cost 1 less to cast. And then level 3, which is also very doable at 3 mana. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. It works very well within the discard red decks.
Yeah, for sure.
You have Bannon, the Returner's Leader, very cheap, but once during each of your turns, you may cast a creature spell from among the cards in the graveyard. And that's what it is. Like, it's just casting from the graveyard. Something's leaving the graveyard. It is going to trigger Quintorius and a handful of other cards that are within the deck. And that's what it is. Cool But Rude has dropped from $10 on the release. It's down around $6 or $7 right now.
6 or 7.
6. Yeah. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. I like that when you can do it kind of every turn that you have. And then pay 2 to go to level 2. Whenever you discard a card, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, and then 2 more for a level 3. Whenever this class becomes level 3, search your library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle and discard a card at random. It's doing everything you want in that deck. So, and then you got Ghost Vacuum. Tap to exile a card from a graveyard, but if it's your graveyard, it leaves the graveyard, will trigger for a 3/2
yeah, good point.
spirit. And then also you can pay 6 taps, sacrifice Ghost Vacuum, and put a bunch of 1/1 spirits into play. Plus being able to do something else. Doesn't matter. Hazardous Monument. Red creatures cost 1 less, and then whenever you cast a creature spell, you can discard a card to draw a card. It's just feeding into what you want to have happen, just kind of looting. It's not really a loot. I hate that we don't have a word for it. March of Souls, which is a 5-mana wrath sorcery. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller puts a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying into play, and you're going to have the best spirits. So
Yes, you do.
you might as
Do you
well,
have spirit?
and you like spirits in your deck. That's what you're doing. Play this one and be happy.
And like you mentioned before, if you're doing tokens and stuff, you're getting doublers and all that fun stuff. If
Right.
you have that out. All right. And then we got Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited.
We
Yeah.
got 5 in this section.
Just kind of feed into everything that's going on. Chivalric Alliance. You can discard a card to create a token, and then it allows you to draw a card whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures. Crucible of Worlds allows you to play lands from your graveyard, which triggers the leaving the graveyard
Oh, good point.
thing going on, and just is a great card. Fable of the Mirror Breaker draws discards, which feeds into that discard thing, but also just being able to make copies on the other side with Kiki Jiki stuff. That's really nice. Monument to Endurance. Whenever you discard a card, choose one once per turn. Draw a card, create a treasure, or each opponent loses 2 or 3 life. 3 life.
3 life, sorry.
This is a $17 card.
That's
It's-
crazy. That's so
yeah,
crazy.
I need that to go down because
Yeah.
I need like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna make
A proxy of
Proxy of
this
that.
one.
Yeah.
I
No.
don't
you don't do it.
I didn't get this one. Draw,
I know
wait,
you don't. That's fine.
Treasure. Did I do? No, I don't
Then
have a
Silly
discard deck.
Badgesaur.
Yeah.
Whenever you discard a card, if it's a creature, put a 1/1 counter on it. If it's a non-land or if it's a non-creature, non-land, it fights, and if it is a land, you get to get a treasure. And it just triggers a bunch of times.
How much
It's a
is
great
that
card.
one now?
That's a $8 card.
Okay, he's up there. He's good. He's good if you're discarding.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this deck seems interesting. I like the upgrades you got in there. The Crucible Worlds makes sense. That's a really good one to have in there, especially things leaving there. All right, let's keep going here because we're an hour and 3. This is a long.
Now we're good. It was a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah,
for sure.
it is.
Nope.
What? No, is that one me? No, that one's you.
That one's me.
Wait, let me go to my.
You need Witherbloom.
Yeah, I
Third
need
one
to
now.
go to my. There we go. Witherbloom. Witherbloom Pestilence upgrades here. So we have. So this is it's another deck that's like a deck that I've built in a way because
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of Slimefoot in a way, but then it also reminds me of Teysa, and that's actually how I got some of my cards from this. Is looking at my Teysa deck. So it's Dina Essence Brewer, 1 colorless, 1 black, 1 green. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Again, it's that each turn thing, which I like because if it's just your turn, that would suck. And it's a Dryad Druid, and it's a 2/3. And you can tap 2, sacrifice another creature. You gain X life and put X 1/1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. So it can feed itself, which is really nice. It isn't in the right colors to be able to do a lot of the untapping, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So I guess if I were to build this deck, I would do on free sacrifices because you at least get the draw, being able to sacrifice on other people's turns. There's a lot of stuff in this. There's a lot of stuff that I have in my sacrifice decks, so it does hit those because you're using black. And like I mentioned, I had Slimefoot, which kind of dealt with similar stuff to that. I had my Mazarek deck, which has dealt with sacrifice. So you're going to kind of see some of those similar things in there. This one is not going to be like the first 3. I'll just say that. Our reprint value is not the greatest. There is, let's see, did I already pass it? Notable
Good.
Yeah. So we have the, what is it? Gnome? Good Gome?
I think we called it Guillaume.
Guillaume, Master Chef. That is really the only card that's over 10. I have 2 other cards that are $9. But he's a $14 card, and then you have Nether Trader, which is a $9 card, and then Ohran Frostfang, which this is an all-star. You put if you're playing creatures that attack and do stuff, you get the death touch on it, and you're drawing cards, filling your hand up, and that's a $9 card. They keep reprinting it, and it keeps getting it's still a $9 card because it's a really good card to have. There is also a Toxic Deluge. And then the other one that is in there is Blossoming Bog Beast, which is a $5 card. So your total value and everything with reprints is only 44. This is what we were seeing with all the other precons. This precon is very similar to that. The first 3 is abnormal what they put in there. So this one,
So the first 3 were mistakes.
well, it depends on what your last one is. We'll see when we get to that one. So that's the reprint. The reprint is less than what the deck is worth. Let's see what our new cards are. So again, we have the green-black land with the 8 or more lands. But I did note in here 5 cards. Really 3 because we have our other face commander, which I could see you doing that as well. So it's Gorma, the Gullet, which is 1 colorless, 1 black, 1 green. Has lifelink 1/1. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Gorman. Non-token creature.
He can't read.
Non-token creatures you control enter with an additional 1/1 counter on them for each creature that died under your control this turn. So there is some infinite loops that people have figured out with this dude of persist guys that will die and they come back because then they come back with a 1/1 counter on them. And then if you continuously sacrifice, this gets infinitely big and you get infinitely, that every time it comes back in, it's going to get a 1/1 counter, and then it's, it's more and more counters. So there's some loops that you can do with that guy. You can build around him, I guess. But yeah, there's some crazy stuff there. But
he's cheap enough to be really aggressive with that infinite counter stuff that you're talking about for sure.
The life link too. So they can chump block it, but then you just gain infinite life. Like it just there's some silly stuff.
100,000.
Yeah, right. Defiling Demagoth, I think is how we would say that one.
I'll go with that.
3 colorless, 2 black for a demon 5/4, has menace. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you gain 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. In a life gain deck, this is silly. Like, it feeds itself a little bit, but if you're in an Aloro deck, you don't even need to do anything. You just gain life, and then everybody loses that much life. And if you have any that are the life gain doublers or anything like that, like this is just dumb.
It feels like a second Sanguine Pond for sure, but like not comboing with whatever blood.
I just saw Zach's comment where he said, "Guys, we figured out persist combos finally." Yeah, right.
Makes sense to me.
I'm gonna side note because we did have a cast. When I played my Auntie deck with the -1/-1 counters, there's so many infinite things that I didn't realize. When you're dealing with -1 and then you're adding +1 counters, it goes crazy. So there was multiple times where I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that did that. And like, it's just really dumb.
One thing is we do try and not play infinite combos that just kind of win the game right then. And so we are out of the loop when that kind of stuff happens. And then we're just like,
oh shit, now I got to change it. Yeah, I got to take this out and do this. But yeah, this one I think is very strong. I'm glad it's black and not white because otherwise my will deck would just get insane. But yeah, Aloro is gonna love this. There's a lot of you need white to get the life gain, but it does have it built in. It's whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, you gain a life. So it's not one or more, it's all of them. So if you're attacking with enough creatures, this can do a lot of damage. And it's each opponent, which I love that. It's not just targeting one player. Ominous Harvest.
That seems cool.
is 2 colors, 1 black for sorcery with Gravestorm. When you cast a spell, copy it for each permanent that was put in the graveyard for the battlefield this turn. So you can do this after a board wipe. Here's the thing. It seems very blasé, but it says target player draws a card and loses 1 life. This could be a player killer in a way, or you're drawing a bunch of cards because it's when you cast a spell, copy it for each permanent put into the graveyard from the battlefield. Not just you. So if somebody plays a board with you, well, it's going to be you because it's a sorcery.
It'll be you.
If you play your, damnation and you wipe the board, destroy all the permanents, and then you play this and somebody's life is low enough or there was enough stuff on the board, you could straight up kill somebody. Or you can just refill your hand completely and, you just...
Well, but you can choose.
Right. That's what I said. Target
It doesn't,
player.
well, but I'm just saying.
You're saying
like,
for each.
You can break it up a little bit too.
Right. Yeah, that's
like
a good
if somebody's
point,
at
'cause it's
5, you're like,
copy
you
it.
can drive 5, lose
draw,
5,
yeah.
and then I will draw 3 and lose 3. And
That's a very good point. So there's politics that could be played with this too, because you'd be like, hey, do you want to draw
you just kill
some?
people.
Well, I mean,
fine.
if you can't kill people, then you can play politics. That's fine. Everybody loves politics, right?
So nice.
Pest Rescuer, 2 colorless and 1 green for a Dryad Druid. We got another Dryad Druid. 2/2 at the beginning of each upkeep. If you don't control a pest creature token, create a 1/1 black and green pest, and then they have whenever it dies, you gain a life. But the cool thing is whenever you gain life, you gain that much life plus 1. So you see that in white, but you don't see that in green very often.
Right.
I like that snake
That's probably the
gal,
first time.
and I think she's in this deck as well. At the beginning of each upkeep, you get a snake. If there's no snake, if you don't have a snake or whatever in play, that one
I have
does
a
so
snake.
well in sacrifice decks. If you're able to have free sack outlets, and so I think this one is really good. I know we have a repeat of it, but being on a green card that you're adding the life gain on it on top of that, so now your pest or you're gaining 2 life. I just think these are pretty good. So. Already talked about the land. Told you about the total value, $44. Lowry, is this one?
We do have a turbulent land in here as well.
Yeah. Is this one worth time for?
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
If I can get all 5 for Bill's price, then yeah, totally worth it. I think what they got going on with like the sacrifice theme and a bit of the life gain theme, those are both playable. I don't have a problem with it, especially if like you're interested in it and you don't have a lot of the cards. For sure, go for it. This is still a good one. But like the value isn't necessarily there.
Yeah.
Am I the first one saying it? Is that what's going on?
Yep, yeah.
I gotta make the bold
The bold
protection.
decision.
For me personally, this is not worth it.
The price is wrong.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna probably just go and get some singles from this. I'm not seeing
Right.
any real money cards
Exactly.
that I'm gonna feel like I missed out on.
The land
I
is
have
probably-
Gaiome in the spirit.
Yeah,
Right.
the land is
turbulent fen is the only thing where I'm just gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah. Everything else I think is going to be relatively cheap. I think you could get these.
Yeah. I think Rusty has playability out of the box. I think this is going to be really good. Value wise, it's a little rough, like you were kind of talking about, but a lot of this stuff still looks playable in other decks as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate this at all.
No. The sacrifice stuff. But when we compare to the last 2 decks or the last 3 decks that we did, where you're talking over $100 in reprint value, there isn't reprint there, but the sacrifice part is there's a lot of good cards in here. Like this was actually kind of hard to get the what cards I wanted to put in here because they have a lot of the cards in the deck. And you had that same thing that you said in the first deck that you did. They put a lot of the cards in there. They just didn't do the big money ones in this one. And so I think and I think the first 3 were very niche, unique. You don't have a lot of decks like that. You have a lot, but not as much as sacrifice creatures in a black and green, I
Right.
guess.
This doesn't feel super out there and different.
Yeah. But I was going to say is this fits in a lot of decks, and that's why I think a lot of these are cheaper because it's just this has been done a lot. So that being said, I'm also on the same
The price is wrong.
I'll pick up the singles of the cards I don't have. But let's talk about some of the reprints or not reprints, the budget upgrades. So this is kind of a little foreshadowing to my Leo deck, but Kami of Whispered Hopes. Do you know how much this card is now?
Yeah, $6 to $7 because it's in the Quandrix decks.
Is it in the Quandrix deck?
It is in there. That's probably why it's not here.
Oh, okay. This is like you said, I had 4 of these and I was building it for my Leo deck to put the 1/1 counters. This is a really good card because it's doing, if you put 1 or more counters, you put on that many +1. We have that all over the place. But this is a 3-drop mana dork that taps for X of any one color where X is its power. If you're putting 1/1 counters on things, this is giving you put it on this and you get so much more mana. Like, this is such a good card. And I see why it's expensive. And I wish I would have got more of these when they were, 50 cents. They're really good. And I like it. It's an all-star in my Leo deck. So that's also why I like that there. Marin of Clan Neltoth. So this one's just, if you're doing anything with sacrifice, and recursion, this is just built-in recursion on it. So you're getting experience counters at the end of your turn. At the very least, you're just returning something to your hand. But if you have enough experience counters, boom, it comes right back into play. So I love this card. It's always good if you're doing anything with sacrificing your stuff. Yes, Sanguine Bond. You're gaining life. You're gaining X life. Here, that's also what I want to point out with Kami is that she's putting 1/1 counters, so you're putting it on this to get more your Kami up so it can tap for more mana, blah, blah, blah. But Sanguine Bond, you're going to hit everybody or hit one player, right? Target opponent.
One player.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you're gaining a bunch of life off of sacrificing something, and then you're hitting a player. It's pretty easy there. It's just, if you're in a life gain deck, you just don't want the Sanguine Bond and the, what am I thinking? The other one, the infinite combo.
Exquisite Blood.
Yeah, thank you. And just killing somebody. I hate that. But if you have Sanguine, if you have one, don't have the other. Unless that's how you play, then go ahead and do what you want to do. Sifter of...
Don't let us tell you what to do.
Yeah, Sifter of Skulls. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion. Cool thing is the Scions can sack themselves to give you mana for 1, but then that means that you can sacrifice them on other people's turns and draw cards. Mm-hmm. So that's going to help there. And then this is a little more expensive. It's $6 or $7. But it's the
6-7
Terra Symbiosis. Whenever you put 1 or more 1/1 counters on target creature you control, you may draw that many cards. You can only do this once each turn. So if you're able to sacrifice and put counters, if you're able to untap Dina, you can do that more. And the nice thing is, I wanted this in my Ninja Turtles deck, but it's putting 1/1 counters, 1/1 counter on all my creatures, right?
Yep.
This, you want these in decks that you're able to put a big chunk of counters on one creature, because then you're drawing
Hydra decks.
Then yeah, exactly. You're drawing that many cards. And if you're able to do it on other people's turns, then that's even better. So this is a great add in there. I would pick this up just because it's going to go in a lot of decks in general.
Hate the art.
Yeah, the art is weird. Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited.
5 cards there. We're playing a black deck, Black Market Connections. It's giving you your treasure, your draw, but you're also getting a creature that you can sacrifice. Dig that. I always put Black Market in. Like, if I'm in a black deck, it just goes in there.
No, I get it.
Lifeline, you're sacrificing, so now those creatures are going to come back. Yes, it's a reserve list card, but that's why it's in Mr. Unlimited. So as long as there's creatures on the battlefield, whatever you sacrifice is going to come back. Seedborn Muse, one of your favorite all-stars. You're getting your Dina untapped every turn. All your lands, so you're able to keep sacrificing things. You're going to put more counters. You're going to draw cards. Like, there's so much that's going to happen with the Seedborn Muse. And that would be, if I was to pick one card out of everything to put in there, this would be the one that I would want to try to get in this deck to make that one work well. 1,000-Year Elixir, we're doing a similar thing. We're untapping your commander. And then lastly, another free sack outlet with Yawgmoth, Thran Physician. You're paying 1 life, sacrificing a creature. That's the main part, is being able to get those free sack outlets on top of it, because your commander does it, but she only does it once unless you're able to untap her. So you want some other ways to
Yawgmoth
sacrifice.
is so good.
Yeah, it works.
I love that card.
Yeah, it works so well with stuff. So those are my ads. Those are the budget upgrades, the Mr. Unlimited upgrades. Let's get to our fifth and final deck, Lowry, and that is not Quan. Is it
Prismari.
Prismari. Where is it? There we go. Prismari.
All right. So
You spelled
straight out
this
of the
one
box. What's that?
You spelled this one right. It wasn't. There's no titty in it.
Yes, yeah. I must have been drunk this morning at 5 when I was doing the spirited deck. Prismari out of the box is going to be very good. It has a lot of the staple chipperish card. This is a secondary commander because the first one's okay, but this one is super interesting. Muddle, the ever-changing 2 and a blue and a red, 3/3 elemental auto shapeshifter. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Muddle becomes a copy of up to one target non-legendary creature you control until end of turn, except it has Myriad.
Oh man,
That's cool.
yeah,
That's super
crazy.
cool.
Yeah,
The other
crazy.
one, you cast an instant or sorcery and you get to make like a XX token for CMC. That sounds
Yeah,
right.
that seems pretty boring. This seems
Yeah.
pretty awesome, actually.
This seems super interesting. I'm really interested in this. This is one that I might be willing to actually build, and I probably, if I'm talking about buying all 5, I should probably think about building more than just one.
Yeah, right.
We'll see. But going on to new cards.
No. Reprints.
Is it reprints? Fuck.
He did that last.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't feel right. But you're right. We do Is It Worth It right off the bat. All right. So we have good value. Great value, actually. Just not crazy value. We have Determined Iteration. And that one is sitting down at $8. We have Fairy Mastermind. That's a $20 card.
What? Is it really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I like this art better than the other Fairy Mastermind.
Yeah, the other one is like
Ooh.
it has like glasses and you want to punch it in the face. I feel like that fairy's such a nerd.
Oh, is it bringing up memories, Lowry? You and your glasses.
You have Harmonic Prodigy that doubles the triggers on Shaman and Wizards. So doubling those triggers, that's a $10 card right now. And so is Goldspan Dragon, which is kind of something that they've been reprinting
A little bit, yeah.
for whatever reason. But yeah, it's just a treasure maker that doubles your treasures.
Mhm.
Great card, $10 for sure.
Huh. All right.
I guess Thunderclap. I was stretching here. Thunderclap Dragon or Drake. There's a $6 or $7 card, 6, 7. But reducing the cost of your instants and sorceries by 1 is kind of good for what a lot of the cards in there. They're looking
Yeah.
for like a CMC of 5 or more, and so reducing that cost, I believe, if I'm thinking right, kind of works with it, makes it so that it's not 5 CMC, but you're just not paying it, but it still is, and it's going to trigger stuff. It's good. Don't worry about it. Viren Voice of Duality, that's also a double triggerer of whenever you cast an instant or sorcery or the Magecraft stuff. The card is crazy good. Make sure that you have a couple copies.
How much is that one?
7?
Isn't it dumb how
7.
the 6-7 it's just a part of culture at this point? It's so
Maybe.
dumb.
It'll go away.
Now when you hear
that,
6,
now
no,
that
it's never
parents
going to
and
go away.
adults are doing it, kids will hate it, and then it's just going to disappear.
Uh,
That's the whole point.
yeah, but now when you hear 6-7 back to back, it always is going to be in your brain. Always going to be in your brain. It's dumb.
Kids learning how to count in kindergarten. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
Right.
dumb. All right,
That's how the teacher's
what's-
gonna do it.
What's our total value of our reprints in there?
You're right, Bill. About it's the
Yeah, it was the
Pro
art
Tour
from
winner.
the-
Okay, so but $10+ cards is $40 $100 in value. 2 to 9 is $63 in value.
So
Running
over
through that
100.
really quick, I might repeat something here, but you have Brazen Borrower, Archmage Emeritus, Galzoth, Prismari, Stormkiln Artist, Plarg and Nasri, Riona, Fire Dancer, Arcane Denial, Twin Flame, Mana Geyser, Rousing Refrain, Dance with Calamity, Lightning Greaves, Talisman of Creativity, and Determined. Nope.
And determined. Nope.
I already said that. So, but in total, value wise, is $103.
All right. All right. Well,
It's
let's
not. This one seems like there's a lot of the $2 mark that are just kind of like you're going to jam these in every spell slinging deck that's out there. Emeritus, Stormkiln Artist,
yeah.
Viren, Thunderclap Drake. If you built this kind of deck, you probably have these
the
cards around.
Yeah.
And so like that, it's that double-edged sword a little bit. Like if you buy this, you're just going to be willing or able to get rid of most of these cards because you already have them. If you don't have them,
this is
definitely
a perfect
get
deck
this
to get
deck.
everything. Yeah. I dig that. Okay, so our new cards. Okay.
No, is it worth it now?
No.
You
How
do
many beers are in there? No, because then
I have 4 now.
I have 4 waters. Nope, I have 3 waters I've drank with the silver
Yeah,
bullets.
you're drunk too.
Yeah, right.
Fucking in canoes.
I am hydrated. What are you talking about with the silver bullets?
Do
All
you
right,
need to go pee?
I don't need to pee. Do you need to pee?
You need to pee.
I don't need to. We're almost done. You can do it. I know. I believe in
I'm
you.
fine.
Okay. All right. So we got what new cards? We got really 4. We got the other turbulent.
We do have the
springs.
turbulent springs, so the turbulent part of this. And then also I want to point this out in your black white deck. You
Oh,
had
yeah.
they are
I just don't
finishing
like-
the cycle,
I know, but I don't.
but
like
it's
them.
something to bring up.
Yeah, but it's not good.
That's okay. Well, I'm okay with this discussion. But Coastal Peak, it is a fetchable island mountain. It enters tapped, but it has cycling 2. The black white one had that. They have also within the last year or two printed the green blue and the green black.
So we have all 10 now.
So we have all 10 now, which is great. I like finishing cycles.
Right, because they kept reprinting the first cycle like 6 or 7 times.
Right.
Damn it! I hate the
Unnecessary.
number.
So
All right.
I'm glad that exists. That next one, Let Motif Composer, 2 in a blue. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 5 or greater, create a token that's a copy of this creature, which is just a 2/2. And then you can pay 2 in a blue. Creatures named Let Motif Composer can't be blocked this turn.
I don't know why it makes me laugh that you're saying a name. Let
Say it.
let my teeth.
Let Motif, yeah.
What
Sorry.
am I
I
letting
don't
your
know.
teeth do?
I think it's an interesting bit. I think, for me personally, I think the mana value 5 or greater part is going to be kind of hard to hit on a consistent basis. Like you might be able to make like 2 copies of this in a game. I don't know if that's worth it, but it's interesting.
I want to go to Bill's comment. Cinnabon lands. I like that because they are all the little spirals. I didn't catch that from before, but they are all little Cinnabons. I like it.
Okay, I don't like it because I don't like Cinnabon. Highly overrated.
Oh,
How about Toby's lands?
Where are Toby's lands?
Toby up in Hibbing, or it's that Cinnabon place. It's not a Cinnabon.
Cinnabon is what?
On the way up to Lutzen. Toby's.
I never stopped there.
You don't?
No.
Well, if you're gonna get those kind of things, you go there.
Why not Cinnabon? You just said it. You
Cinnabon.
just said Cinnabon. You just said Cinnabon.
All right, Prismari pianist, because I just wanted to say pianist.
It's not a card that's actually good. You just wanted to say
Moving
penis.
on, pianist. 1 and 2 red for 2/1 Jin Bard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue and red elemental creature token. If that spell's mana value is 5 or greater, create 3 of those tokens instead.
And then why do you have all lands in here?
What? Because I didn't want to talk about the other cards.
All your new cards are lands. Scorch Geyser.
I knew you weren't going to bring up the other ones. All right. Prismari, pianist.
Prismari, what?
Pianist. It's making tokens whenever you're
We are
casting, and it's in a sorcery, and then you're getting 3 of those tokens if it's a big one. I think it's solid.
So only if you have a big one.
Hinkley, thank you, Bill. God. You never stop at Toby's?
No. If I'm at Hinkley, I'm going to White Castle, or I'm going
Hinkley's
to
like where you come in. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like 35?
I'm either going to White Castle or Hardy's there. Normally on the way to Lutzen, it's Hardy's, and on the way back, it's White Castle because that's the side of the highway I'm on. For all you Minnesotans, it's from our path from the non-Minnesotans, it's our path from the Twin Cities up to the North Shore, Duluth, and Lutzen.
Right. Hey, we don't judge pianist size here at all.
But if you have a big one,
good for you.
at least 5 or greater.
Oh, good
Yeah.
for you.
But if you have a small
Lucky.
pianist,
You get a 1-1.
We don't make comments
You
to
get
that.
a 1-1 if you have a small
you
pianist.
know, just a 1/1.
But if you have a 5 or
That's not
bigger, you get
That's not
3.
fair. I think everybody should have a 1/1 pianist.
It's called an innie.
All right.
All right.
Going on to the next land.
We went
it's-
back
what
to
is
dick
this?
jokes.
Scorched Geyser.
We started
This is
the
other one
podcast
that you
with
don't really
dicks.
care about.
Yeah.
But it is also an island or mountain. This land enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. It is the Battle for Zendikar land cycle
That
they have
ever
finally
used.
completed. The black-white one is also done. And so I just want to point that out. And then also the turbulent land. Cobra Chicken Air Force.
Way to point out the ones that I missed that you wanted to talk about.
Just saying that they're done. I'm happy that they're done. That's the way to be.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, all that being said, these are the new cards. I guess I'm the one that does the.
Right. We have
It's time for
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
What's their value?
Put my thing down, flip it and
Fairy
reverse it.
Mastermind, Harmonic Prodigy, Goldspan Dragon, $40 in value of 10 plus cards, 103 total for reprints on the deck.
I
I kind of picked these
shit.
cards because
I
you
saw
don't
what
have
you did there.
What's that?
I saw what you did there.
What?
What's right there?
What I do? Yeah, I added that in. Of course. I did.
Yeah. You're in a Spellslinger deck, of course.
But I'm just saying. Look, there's a lot of core cards in here. The new cards did
Yeah.
not impress me.
Right. You picked 3 lands as part of your
The new card, but do you even like the composer or the pianist? Do you like my pianist that I chose to show everybody?
It's a nice shape.
It's a nice shape. Thank you. A little curved.
Look at it, little guys all right there. I agree. It's interesting because you get a Spellslinger deck, and I feel like we got this same deck when we got Strixhaven last time. You know, it's like all these. It's exactly what you said earlier. You're just taking all your Spellslingers and you're moving it over to this deck. Now, I will say the commander that you picked makes it very interesting because you're wanting to play creatures that have cool maybe ETB effects or maybe damage effects because of the myriad stuff. I like that. So I like that angle where if you would have kept it as the face commander, I think I would have been like, this one's not worth it. But I think because you had that one in there, I'm more on. I think it's worth it for the value that's in it, the reprints and everything. Again, you could probably pick off a lot of these Spellslinger stuff for pretty cheap. but as a deck as a whole, for $50, you're for the reprints, you're just selling those off, and you already have a profit right there. But again, this one feels more like I've seen this deck before. Besides the commander that you picked, you know, everything that's and the new stuff that's in it. Granted, you showed 3 lands and 2 cards. It's doesn't have me. The pianist almost has me. Like it's there.
You liked my pianist.
And then Bill's asking actual like Lutzen area questions.
He's not even. He doesn't. Well, I've never heard Bill laugh in my life. That's not true. He laughs.
So what do you think? What do you think with the value here?
No, you can't turn this on me. You have to make a decision.
I already told you. I said it was worth it.
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't hit the button.
Yeah, I did. I did this.
Oh, it's a little muffled for me. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I do think I'm going to go with not worth it.
Oh.
The price is wrong.
I think there's plenty of value in there if you don't have the cards, you're new to the game, you don't have a spell slinging deck, totally worth it. Absolutely go get this deck. I look at a lot of these cards and I go, they've been reprinted a ton. If somebody has built this deck, they have these cards. So I think it's hard to flip these cards into something.
What was the most expensive cards you got there? Like value?
Well, you got Fairy Mastermind.
Oh yeah.
That was 20.
Yeah.
So like those, but again, it's not something that I have a lot of, so I wouldn't want to flip the Fairy Mastermind. But like I'm talking like Archmage Emeritus, Gazeloth, Stormkiln Artist, Plarget and Nasir, Arcane Denial, Twin Flame, Mana Geyser. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these are like $2-3, but also they've been reprinted a ton. Not saying you can't get nothing for them, but it's going to be a lot more work than I want to really deal with. Like they're just going to sit there for a while before I can kind of flip them around. Whereas like I feel more confident with the green blue deck where I can just like, I can flip a lot of that stuff. Or the red white deck, like the cavalry is just like, oh, that's an easy, you're good to go.
Yeah.
And so I think there's plenty of value there, but I do think it's probably spread out among enough cards where I'm just like, this is looking like work.
Too much work. Okay.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig that explanation. Okay, so let's look at some of the upgrades.
Oh. Also, the new cards aren't different enough for me to
want to get those versions.
Right. I don't look at them and go, ooh, that's a money card.
Hmm.
And so that's the other side of it, as in like, I don't really see myself. I think they're good mid to late game cards, but they're not going to make it in a lot of decks.
Hmm.
So that's kind of how I looked at it. Budget upgrades, you got Archmage of Ruins. Instant sorceries cost 1 less and draw a card off of those spells. Baral, Chief of Compliance. It's there just to reduce the cost by 1 of those instant sorceries. Gifts Ungiven. It was kind of in there because there was a bit of stuff of like playing cards from the graveyard. And so I was like, add a little bit of that to Gifts Ungiven. It's 5 or under right now. It's pretty cheap. Immolation Gyre. Is that like
it's immolating? So can I?
You do get to do that. Is it Gyre or Gyre? I'm just. Is it like Euro or Gyro?
Isn't it Gyre?
Gyre? I don't know.
It's a GIF.
Just hit the button again. I don't. Get me on both words. I don't care. But it deals X damage to each creature and planeswalker you don't control, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. You just cast an instant and sorceries, like it's gonna work. And then if you're in a spell slinging deck, definitely be playing Sorcerer class. Comes into play, draw 2, discard 2, pay a red and a blue. Creatures can tap for a red or a blue for instant and sorcery spells. It's ramp, it's draw and discard. And then I don't really care about level 3, but it's like able to deal damage.
Yeah, equal to the
Um,
number of instant sorceries you cast this turn.
But it's 5 mana get there.
Yeah,
Like it's
That's
generally
a lot.
not.
Yeah.
That's late game. So, but sorcerer class is great. That's cheap. That's a cheap upgrade on that kind of stuff.
Mr. Unlimited.
You got
Ashling Flame Dancer. Sorry. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, discard a card to draw a card, and then 2 damage to each opponent and player, or opponent and creature they control. And then the third time you trigger it, you get to get 4 red mana. It just does a lot. It's like a $6-7 card. We have Exalted Flamer of Stench. Shit.
One,
Kid can't even read.
Easy.
Tiznich.
Tiznich. You're a Tiznich.
Tiznich.
2/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then at the beginning of the upkeep, you can bring an instant or sorcery back randomly from your graveyard.
I love that card.
This is $25.
Oh, look at you. Look at you being all
And
degenerate.
then if you want to be a total asshole and make everyone mad at you, put VV Orniteer in there. Did I say that right?
I don't
Probably
think
not.
so.
Can't even read.
We're going downhill pretty quick here. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, I like your reading.
But we all know
it.
what VV does. It's great in
Yeah.
those non-creature
It's ridiculous.
spell decks. It's ramp. It's big.
Tiznich.
Thanks. That helped.
But he capitalized it. Zach
He's
capitalized
like yelling
it.
at me about it, and not.
Maybe that's what he's. You're
It's
such
a different
Tiznich.
language. That is exactly how I talk in a different country.
Oh, you're such a Tiznich.
But yeah, I think it's a fun one to do. I think there's the value there, but
Okay, really quick because we're right at the end. We're over
Okay.
that 2 hours. We had requested our favorites. Where would you rank your number 1, number 2, and number 3? I think is how we would do this because he wrote, "You're welcome." See, he didn't capitalize that one. I got that.
spelled you're wrong. There's no apostrophe there. Jesus.
Let's just do the number two top decks.
1 and 2.
Yeah. Because I think Silverquill will be on mine in my black white one, and then I think your first one, not the,
Quandrix.
yeah, I think that would be my other one, or the 2 that I would pick.
And then Lorehold.
And then,
I
yeah,
think we're kind of along the same lines.
because I don't.
I am super bored with the red blue one. Not that it's a bad one to buy, but out of the box it's going to be really good. But I am not excited about that one. Nope. Just gonna have to. Are you done? Nope. We're gonna cut him out. All right, everybody. Nope. Nothing.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Oh, I heard it. I heard it.
Wait, you heard me? Oh,
There you go.
oh, weird. You know,
Yeah.
the connection is getting all funky. Like it's
Okay.
even popping a little bit on mine. I don't know.
I-
It's telling us that we've been going for way too long. 2 hours and 13 minutes at this point. All right, no, finish what you were saying. Yeah,
I think I'm along those lines. I'm probably like Quandrix into Silverquill, into Lorehold.
mhm.
Like the more we talked about, the less I got excited about what's going on. So that's probably where I'm at.
There.
What about you? What are you thinking?
I already told you.
You're Silverquill into Quandrix.
Oh,
Those are
I
two?
guess if we're doing the order that way, yeah. That'd be Silverquill, Quandrix, then the white red one, and then this one, and then probably
Silver, green, black.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm saying strictly value, but like you said, Spellslinger stuff,
Red White's the best value.
Yeah, it is. Well, is it? Because mine had 100. Silverquill had 133. 133 is it?
That was better, I guess.
As far as reprints are concerned, but
all right.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'd pick up singles for Witherbloom, and it's the first three I'm really focused on, I think. And seriously, if you can, this is one where I'm thinking about also maybe, I don't know if I'm going to get all five of them. If I'm going to build
on those last two, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Those first three we talked about, though, like those were some good decks, some good value, some good new cards. I did really like that, and that could save me $100 if I skip out on green, black, and red, blue.
But you're gonna miss that land, man. And
that's gonna save me $60 if I skip out on those two.
I might though do Silverquill and just kill my Kaima deck, so that might be the option there. But I do like the Elder Dragons, which we will get to next week when we do the set review. Like Bill actually said, we'll be talking about doing our set review next week and doing our Fave Fives and all that stuff. So,
I was pretty excited about those Elder Dragons too.
Yeah, no, there's some pretty cool dragons there. So we should wrap this up. Let us know what you guys think, what your favorite deck is going to be, which one you guys think you're going to build, number 1, number 2 maybe. And let us know in the comments. Thank you guys all for joining us tonight. It's been good to get back to normalcy because we're not on a Friday. That should do it this week. We will catch you guys next Monday.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
Sega.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm bonkers for honkers. I love boobs. Thanks for the memories. I love boobs.
Hey, Meat Force